Our brothers and sisters in Izmir, they have visited 3 more churches. The Protestant and Catholic churches in Alsancak. The deputy pastor, Mr. Omar, he said that he knew you from the internet, he was following your work, and he said that your websites should be very well known by people, and he said that the young ones are not visiting the church, but they should be encouraged for praying Allah. And the Baptist church pastor, he said that he's supporting your studies in order to make this love and peace prevail. He said that your work should be supported, and that is only going to be through with the coming of Jesus Christ. This is really very good that they are making those efforts. This alliance with our Christian brothers is really very vital, and they should visit our brothers from the churches. They should show them love and compassion. They should give our books, and this way we know that the Dajjal, the Antichrist, has even entered the churches. And he's saying that pastor, that young people are not coming to the churches any longer, because the entire materialist and Darwinist teaching has covered the entire world, and that is what we find in the churches. And also in Israel, that is the same situation. Because of the influence of Antichrist, the youth is degenerated, and that is why we sent our books. We translated them into Hebrew and sent to Israel. Those visits to the churches is really very good. What was the name of our brother? The name of our Baptist brother. His name is Omar. Ömer is his name, mashallah. What an important word. What an important statement. He said that the young people are not coming to the churches because they have turned out to be atheists and also irreligious people. Because that is the effect of the Dajjal, the Antichrist. Antichrist does not look if those people are Christians or Jews. So we should be calling them to La ilaha illallah, that Allah is one. We should be calling them to performing prayers, to giving alms, to give zakat. And Allah informs us in the Quran that if they carry out those efforts, performing their prayers, saying La ilaha illallah, and also Muhammadan Rasulullah, because if only one prophet is lacking actually in their faith, actually that would not be acceptable. Because just like the Muslims, they never reject the Prophet Abraham as a prophet, none of the Christians should also reject any of the prophets. And our Prophet Muhammad also should be embraced by the Christians. And in order to be a true Jew, and also in order to be a true Christian actually, they should be the Muhammadans by accepting that the Prophet Muhammad, our Prophet, is their own Prophet. And if they accept our Prophet, if they perform their prayers, and if they give alms, if they give zakat, then they should really be accomplished what is required. Because we know that we had the photographs and also we had the video. They are performing prayers. We can show those ones. Because the Jews can never say that I don't perform prayers, because it is very apparent that there is a commandment in the Torah for performing prayers. There are tens of places where prayers is an obligation for the Jews, and also that is an apparent obligation in the Bible. That is also an obligation for the Christians, so they may never deny that obligation. Just we can see a Jew here, he's prostrating. And these are mentioned actually in the Quran. They are prostrating over their chin. This is how it is described in the Quran. And here we can see that another Jew is prostrating. Allah mentions about that detail in the Quran and informs us that they are prostrating just over their chin. And for the Muslims, they prostrate over their foreheads. And this is how Allah describes for the Jews in the Quran. They just prostrate over their chins, and with their tears in the eyes, they are thankful to Allah. And these activities of our brothers and sisters is really very vital, because alliance with the Christians and the Jews is a very important effort. Shoulder to shoulder, they can carry out those efforts. They may also visit the synagogues, but Bediüzzaman has particularly emphasized this really, And we can say that the Baptists and the Catholics and the Protestants, they may all be visited.